So this clip from the Fox Business Network is great because it shows you how shameless conservative media is and how they flip on a dime. So what they're going to do here is feign outrage over dark money accepted by Biden. Let's watch and then we'll talk about it.
Candidate Biden, he benefited heavily from the dark money donations. Jackie DeAngelis is with us. How much money did the president receive from these anonymous sources, Jackie?
Good morning, Stu. Get a load of this. It was a record-breaking $145 million. And you want to compare that to President Trump? He only got $28.4 million. It was about 17% of what Biden got, according to the Center for Responsive Politics. Now, what exactly is dark money? In politics, it refers to funds spent by political nonprofits or super PACs. Super PACs are independent, expenditure-only political committees. They can take in unlimited contributions from individuals, corporations, unions, and other groups without any legal limit on the donation size. And then, Stu, once it's all lumped together and going to a candidate, you really don't know where it came from. The irony here is that the Democrats have denounced dark money for years, including in 2018 when Biden himself told PBS News, quote, "People can't possibly trust a politician with a super PAC."
There is a rot in our American democracy, and there is a shadow over the halls of Congress. The rot is dark money, and the shadow is special interest influence empowered by that dark money.
Now, that was Democrat Senator Sheldon Whitehouse from Rhode Island, but House Dems have been very vocal on this issue as well, even hoping to revive a resolution to reform the campaign finance laws to bring dark money out into the light. But it's interesting because it raises this question. With Biden taking advantage of dark money, how can the Democrats then go and bash its existence? One source I was speaking to said, think of it this way. It's like if the uber wealthy used tax law to their advantage, then they said they wanted to dismantle the very laws that had helped them. It's got people scratching their heads.
It sure has. Good stuff, Jackie. Thanks for joining us. Dark money indeed. All right.
Yes. Dark money indeed, good sir. So dark. Oh boy. Okay, so listen. Hypocrisy burning is the easiest thing in the world. What I care about is, what is your position on this, Stuart Varney? What do you think about dark money? Because here's the reality. Fox News has never, ever, that I've seen, come out against money in politics in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it's the exact opposite. They argue money in politics is freedom of speech, and you should have unlimited money in politics. Ted Cruz made this argument. I mean, I remember covering this. It was, a few years back, but he basically says, you're in favor of restricting the First Amendment if you want to limit the amount of money billionaires can donate to Ted Cruz or to a super PAC linked to Ted Cruz. He made that argument. It's unconstitutional. It's against the First Amendment to do that. Stuart Varney agrees with Ted Cruz on that. In the Citizens United case, he was on the side of Citizens United. In the McCutcheon case, he was on the side of McCutcheon. I mean, you go back to case law in the U.S., it's the late 1970s when the Supreme Court started ruling in a variety of cases that actually money equals free speech. So you have a right to donate however much money you want to donate. These guys cheered that on every step of the way. They agree with that. They're pro-legalized bribery. They're pro-corruption. But now that they can burn Biden over it, they're like, dark money! A blight on our democracy, good sir. This is unacceptable. Should we allow this? No, I think we're against this, and we should talk about how bad and corrupt Biden is. Now, by the way, yes, exactly. I've been saying that. Other lefties have been saying that. The cancer in our political system is the money in the political system. So everything you're saying about Biden there, oh my God, this is so bad, that's all true. It's all true, but you know what else is true? The $28 million that Trump took in dark money donations. That's just as bad. Well, it's not as bad because mathematically it's less, but the principle of it is just as bad, and he's taking $28 million. By the way, dark money is not the only kind of money. There are other ways that, you donate. You can donate to a campaign, you could donate to a PAC, you could donate to a super PAC. There's a variety of ways that you give money, and there are different rules for each, but the rules are very, very, very lax. And Fox News has always been in favor of as few rules as possible. As few rules as possible. let billionaires and corporations make it rain on politicians. And then, of course, what's the logical consequence of that? Those politicians do the bidding of those special interests. Wall Street, military-industrial complex, big pharma, for-profit health insurance companies. And again, Fox News, they love this system. And then now it's only a problem because of Biden. You know damn well, if Trump won, just like in 2016, they have no problem with that. Trump could take however much dark money he wants. Trump can accept money from a super PAC, a regular PAC, his own campaign, from Sheldon Adelson, from Foster Freeze, from the Koch brothers. All of that shit, they support when it's Republicans. They're only against it when it's Democrats. So anyway, the point here is the partisan hackery is just overwhelming and immense. And you should not take these guys seriously by any stretch of the imagination because they will flip on a dime. They haven't thought through. They don't actually have positions on shit. All they have is, I will always go after Democrats for everything, and I will always defend Republicans for everything. So even on something like legalized bribery and corruption, they shut their brain off when it's Republicans. Or if anything, they argue that it's okay because Republicans are doing it. But when it's Democrats, oh my God, let's do a segment talking about how terrible dark money is. I'll make that deal with you right now, dog. You want to make a deal right now? None of the politicians can take dark money. None of the politicians can take corporate money. You want to shake on that? Oh, you don't. You only wanted a hypocrisy burn Joe Biden. By the way, there is a no corporate PAC caucus in Congress. If I'm not mistaken, 98% of them, maybe there's like 2 or 3 Republicans who are part of that caucus. The overwhelming majority of people who are part of the no corporate PAC caucus are Democrats. So, okay, you're covering Biden. Fair. He took more dark money. Fair. Go after him for that. Why don't you add the fact about the no corporate PAC money caucus, where 98% of the time it's the Democrats who aren't taking corporate PAC money? Oh, that's right, because it makes your beloved Republicans look terrible. So you're not going to cover it. That's where we're at with these people. Not an honest bone in his body. Total partisan hack, believes in nothing.